share my screen? Okay.
Yes, of course. I'll give you opportunity to show your presentation and you will have it. Actually, you have already had.
So you see my screen? Yes?
No.
Do you see my screen?
No.
Okay, I will try again.
Oh, yes.
And now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I hope nothing forbidden here. Okay. We'll skip some presentation parts because we don't have time. Okay. I hope. Okay, a few words about myself. I spent more than 12 years in economic universities, different, and more than 15 years in on different positions as foreign trade manager, commercial director, etc. So my goal today is not to teach you because you have professor. My goal is to give you some hints and insights. And I want to ask you a lot of why, what, how, and what. So the first question, maybe we'll skip it. But I was hoping to receive your answer. Why did you decide to enter the economic university? Frankly speaking, any volunteers?
Guys.
I can answer it. My English still sick and not perfect, but I can explain. Over the course of whole my life, I've been interested in politics and economy, especially in international economy and culture exchange between countries, as well as economical exchange. My main interest was always my main interest in economy was always been European economic development after WW2 and European common market. I was always interested in how Europe, after centuries of war, devastation, created such space where whole continent can live in peace, enjoy freedoms without any wars, major wars.
Brilliant. It was brilliant. I would say, yeah, it's very interesting. Yes.
It was the subject which influenced my I must say even life agenda, not just my interest in economy, but yes, it was the main subject which influenced me to be interested in economics, and after that I decided to study in economic university.
Thank you for your answer, because my goal was not so I would say idealist. I'm more pragmatic.
Yeah,
so I will share.
Yes. I'm just gave idea why I was interested in it.
Okay, thank you, Lev. Thank you. Because I wanted to learn how to make money, frankly speaking. And we had a joke that economists know about money more than those who have them. It's not true, because usually economists don't have them at all. Okay. I suppose you want to make money in a smart way. Maybe, I don't know, we can skip it. In fact, in a business, there are only two main goals for business owner, or to create, to generate stable and constant free cash flow for generations. And here I mentioned two wealthiest families on the planet. If you buy Snickers, Mars, Bounty, and etc., you increase the wealth of Mars dynasty. You can read about this family if you are interested. The second main goal, to create business and then to sell it when it's priced on the peak. The famous examples are Elon Musk, and recently during November and December, he sold his shares for more than 12 billion. But honestly, we don't have such kind of mentality in Ukraine. Okay, today I wanted to speak about profit and cash, because as I understood you have international finance course.
Yes, we do. We have.
So a little bit about profit, cash, the age of profit, and ice age of cash flow. So what is the difference between profit and cash? CEO, Chief Financial Officer, it's not my figures. It's some kind of research. They know a little bit about profit and how the profit was calculated. And CFO, financial officer, they know everything, or at least has to know. So profit, what does it mean, profit? Sales minus costs, example. But what does it mean, $20 here of profit? Does it mean we have extra $20 in our pocket? It was some kind of question.
Yes, it is. I think it is. Or it's at least increased our profit by $20.
Okay. Maybe yes, or maybe not, because profit and cash are not strictly connected. Profit is a source of assets gain. So gain means surplus or plus. We increase our assets. And profit is always a variable part of equity in a balance sheet. And cash is only one type of assets. It's the most liquid type of assets. Can you feel the difference?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Profit and cash are not strictly connected, but cash depends on profit. Cash is a child of profit. Profit is just
Maybe vice versa. I'm sorry. Cash, a child of profit.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So, okay. Cash is a child of profit.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, when I hear cash, I mean, it's the same that money, actually,
Yes.
paper money that I can touch. Yes. And
yes, cash, it means cash. Cash, it's any kind of money on your account, money
Accounts,
on
yes. in the bank.
Yes, but it is the question. Is the cash different from digital currencies?
Yes,
Or
of
it's
course.
generic money without some strict currencies such as Ethereum, Bitcoin.
Frankly speaking, I do not understand this new type of currency, so I'm not expert. I don't
Okay.
want to.
Let me answer.
Okay.
Actually, Lev, of course, money, real money and cash particular, and cryptocurrency, they are extremely different, because when we talk about, I said real money or cash, we talk about money that under control of some government. For example, hryvnia under control of government of Ukraine, United States dollars under control of not government of United States of America, but Federal Reserve System. But these currencies, this money, this type of cash under control of some group of people. But when we talk about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, for example, I'm a fan of Bitcoin actually, so we should understand that Bitcoin based on blockchain technology, and nobody in the world, nobody at all controls Bitcoin.
Yeah, my question was only about academical viewpoint. Is a cash, it's okay, is Bitcoin different asset, or it's also defined as a cash? It was my question.
The main problem of such kind of assets, I cannot argue that it is asset. The value of these assets, it has so many kinds of fluctuations, and you cannot value it. Today it costs 10,000. Tomorrow it's 40,000. From the accounting point of view, I propose to skip this question because it's
okay. There are no problems with it. There are no problems. Let's just move on.
Maybe today I want to explain you more about profit and cash of enterprise. So it's some kind of mini economics. It's not international. We're talking about the profit of one enterprise, of one company. Is it clear? International company.
Yeah,
okay.
it's perfectly clear.
Does it make sense?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So profit is fiction, virtual reality, and something untouchable. We can feel and touch profit only via cash, through cash. Company can be profitable, but with no cash, usually not for a long time because something happening. We cannot discuss this. Company can have cash, but with any profit at all. Cash without profit and profit without cash, how is it possible? Why profit and cash usually do not meet each other? To save time, I will answer. The moment of sale and the moment of collecting money, monetizing the sales, are separate in time. Even if you buy something in your supermarket, in fact, you receive the goods the moment of receiving goods and paying not the same.
For the company owner or for the customer?
Both.
Okay.
So I hope at least you can think about the difference between cash and profit, and later we can talk, maybe next time. Okay, the ice age of profit. Again, profit is different between sales and costs. So to manage with profit, we should play with sales or cost or both. It depends on the results we want to achieve. How to play with sales? Before to play means manage, change. We must answer the question, what does it mean sales, and how they were calculated? In our example, when we got this $100, when we can say we have sold the goods or services. Any thoughts? Okay, what is the document that confirms the fact of sale? In international trade, for example. Do you know? Guys?
Yes, everything is fine.
Okay. Invoice. Invoice once again. How it looks. Here it is. This is example of invoice, the document that confirms the fact of sale. Only invoice, or in some companies, commercial invoice. You can see commercial invoice confirm the sales, not pro forma invoice, and it is very important. Be careful. Pro forma invoice, it's the invitation to pay. It has no accounting force at all. Okay, to play with sales means to play with the process of issuing invoices. Here is some hints for you how we can do it. Is it interesting, or we can skip it?
I think it is interesting, but
It's
my dear
pretty much
student,
interesting.
What?
It's pretty much interesting. Why should we skip?
Okay, so some companies, they can gain, they can show more sales that they have. How? For example, they can issue some invoices for connected, affiliated companies. But the main problem here is value-added tax. We'll talk later about this. Some companies, for example, they can even can issue and send you empty box with no goods. Then they can, of course, issue credit notes. Credit notes is the opposite document to invoice. Credit note means delete. It is a document that delete the invoice. Cancel the invoice, in fact. And the next example, to issue invoice with no costs. So you are selling something with no cost. Okay. Second part of profit, this equation, costs. how can we play and how can we manage costs? It is very dangerous and tricky sometimes because tax policy, they sometimes watch you very strictly. We can change our accounting policy, FIFO, LIFO, average. I hope you are familiar with this. We can change amortization and depreciation policy. It will change our figures completely sometimes, but we're not always allowed to do it. Capitalizations, of course, is the most useful thing here because you can capitalize absolutely any kind of costs for some projects, for example. And be careful if you analyze some company, make sure that there is no huge capitalization of costs there. And allocation of costs, we can put some kind of costs in different departments and play with costs in this way.
Boris, could you please clarify maybe 2 sentences about what do you mean average policy?
Average policy maybe we have 3 accounting policy and last in, first out. First in, first out, and average. So it's average price of goods, materials, for example. It depends on our accounting system. Average policy, it's the same like LIFO and FIFO. When the prices of materials are stable, for example, we have no change here. We have no disadvantages and advantages here, changing the policy. But for example, this year, the prices for steel, gas and oil, everything, coal was jumping down, up and down. So it depends, it means our cost of goods completely different in different months. Does it make sense?
Am I right if I said that average policy means that we need
average price of materials and goods?
Yes, average price, but we need to, I don't know, we need to meet some specific lag between a price of purchase, yes, and price of selling. Oh, no.
We can receive different material, the same material with different prices.
I see.
When we sell some goods, some stocks, for example, if we have FIFO,
yes,
it means we are selling the first product. If
yes, we first buy and first sell this product, and last buy, first sell. Yes, but I want to российскую пощупать, что же вот это вот средняя политика. Ну, то есть вот до меня все равно не дошло. Может, я немножечко сегодня подустала уже и туплю, такое тоже может быть. Вот, поэтому...
Average policy, среднеарифметическая.
I'm just because of my curiosity have only one question. Isn't it some kind of antitrust laws? Can I define FIFO average policy as some kind of antitrust laws, or it's
In some countries, in some countries, for example, it is forbidden to change the accounting because it is called accounting policy, and it is forbidden in some countries to change it more than one time per year, because in some countries you can change each month, and you will influence your cost by changing your accounting policy.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, of course.
Okay.
Let's go further, I think. Yes?
As I said, I will give you hints and insights, and you can think about it. Okay. Profit, it means sales minus cost, but as we said, profit is a source of assets gain, but we can receive profit not only from sales, because we can gain assets not only from sales.
What are the sources?
For example, we can. What?
What are the sources of profit, if not sell goods?
Okay, profit, as I said, our definition, profit is a source of assets gain, okay?
Yes, yes, okay.
But we can gain the assets, our assets, not selling them. We can revaluate the assets.
Oh, I see. It's, for example, we have some building, yes?
Yes,
Industry
and we
building.
say this building now costs not 1 million.
Much more than we buy.
But the market price is 2 million. And this year, for example, it was our mistake. Okay, let's keep it. You can receive profit without sales and without costs on the empty space, just revaluating your assets. It's common practice.
Broad practice.
Yes, it's common practice. Revaluation of assets. In some American companies doing more than twice per year, especially listed companies when they wanted to show more profit than it is. It's not cheating, but you have to know and you have to follow this company to understand what's happening. Okay, buying another company cheaper than its book value. For example, the book value of company you are buying 10 million and you buy for 8 million. 2 million in this case you will show as a profit. Okay, let's continue. Profit means nothing, as I said, if we don't know how it was calculated. Cook the books, what does it mean? Cook the book means the way we make our calculations. But cook the books sometimes means cheating. You can search for famous example, Enron company. Why we can play with profit, why we can change and manage it. What does it mean, GAAP and IFRS? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Generally accepted accounting principles and international financial reporting standards. It's two kinds of accounting systems in US, for example, first one, and for example, in Europe, they use international financial reporting standards. A principle and standards are not laws. They are not strict. There are no strict rules in accounting. And for example, in USA, 10%, and in some African countries, 70%, we have great business. They have great business, but for us as a analyst, for us as a financial guys, for us as a economists, it does not matter for managing accounting. Everything we need to calculate, everything we should take into account. Okay, we finished the second part. We have 50 minutes left. I hope to be more fast. Cash flow. What is the main headache of a financial officer? Any guess?
I think it's tax police.
Okay, what else? Okay,
I
you're
think,
absolutely right.
I think the headache is about to have enough money.
Cash deficiency, yes, is the main headache of CFO, but as Lev said, because some kind of taxes we can predict and some kind of penalties and taxes we cannot predict. For example, value added tax, VAT.
Oh, it's our favorite.
Yes, it's my definition of value
Very
added
aggressive temptation. Nice.
Very aggressive temptation. Why? Because as a rule, we need to pay value added tax before we get money from a client. Company collects receivables in 1, 3, 6 months. It depends on the trade policy, but has to pay value added tax each month. So we are not receiving money from clients, whereas we issue an invoice, we're loading the goods, we're delivering the goods, but we have no money. And you issue an invoice, we're obliged to pay value-added tax.
Can I ask you, is it a European practice? Because as I know, in Ukraine, actually, as I know, of course, because I'm a theoretical person, yes, as I know, Ukrainian managers don't have such problem. If we don't get our money for our selling goods, we don't have to pay value-added taxes. Because in Ukraine, I want to remind my student, in Ukraine, we calculate value-added taxes like differences between tax obligations and tax credit.
When I was student, it was completely something confusing for me, value-added tax. When I started to pay it as a financial officer, it was just a headache for me. I'm not sure. I have to check because I'm not quite sure about Ukraine. If we are not, if we didn't receive money, should we pay or should we not?
In Ukraine, we should not pay.
What?
In Ukraine, we shouldn't pay because we don't pay this type of tax.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe we have.
No, I'm sure.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not a manager. I'm not tax manager, and I'm not financial manager. But I know very well this type of tax. There are
no value-added tax in US, for example. So
yes, I was about to say that it's different everywhere. For example, US have completely different policy with the EU. It's different.
Okay. So it's my bad experience. with
No,
value added tax.
it's not. It's not about experience. It's just about differences between
Yes.
different countries and
The
systems.
second point, I just want to finish. When clients pay you value added tax together with the invoice, I mean, it is not your money on your account, because you are, as a company, you just manage these value added tax.
Yes.
So the temptation is always to keep them. So it means you receive money, but you in some moment you have to pay. But I have to check about, it's interesting information for me.
About Ukraine?
Yes,
Mhm.
I will check.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be appreciate for checking, because
I will check right now, because it's something very interesting. The point is, we have very big credit, tax credit right now.
yes, yes,
Maybe that's why I am not familiar
Where,
with this.
where, if it's not a secret?
In Ukraine, yes.
in
Okay.
Ukraine.
Okay, taxes are pretty high in Ukraine, to be honest.
Okay. We are almost done. I wanted to present you 8 factors that define free cash flow. Why it is important? Because in fact, cash flow define the company value. So it's our final destination to define company value and to know company value. In fact, everything you study in economic university, everything, absolutely, marketing, international finance, foreign trade, everything will be shown here. And I will give you some seconds to check. And to demonstrate you business case, I will so we analyzed different companies. So there are factors: sales, and you just a second. So our company costs approximately 8 million. 8 million.
Mm-hmm.
And changing only, for example, our trade policy, for example, here 80 days. So we're waiting for our money from the clients for 80 days. If we
Is it average? Yes, average period.
Change it only 60 days.
Oh.
We receive, wow, 1 million free cash flow, extra cash flow, and extra value. So the main purpose, because I started from this as a business owner, as a business goal, we want to receive or free cash flow or value of the company, or both. So free cash flow is always our main goal. Profit. So here we can play with margin. We can play with sales, for example, 20%.
Can I ask you a question about one of the statistics?
Just to finish, here you can see days. In fact, trade debtors and trade creditors days. This is operational cycle, and if we take into account, if we add stock days, we receive, trade debtors and stock days operational cycle. If we take into account payables, trade creditors, we see here cash conversion cycle. Yes, I'm ready for the
gross profit margin is an annual margin of average. It's a median profit margin of average position in this company, or what is it? I'm just curious.
Gross profit, it means gross profits. It difference between cost, sales and costs, direct costs.
Am I right? Am I right if I say that each, for example, what is Great Britain pound gives our company 59 penny of profit? Am I right? According to this figure.
I don't know. I cannot get the point.
It's like, am I right if I said that gross profit margin in Ukrainian rentabilist or not?
Yes.
So
it's
one
return on sales.
In one invested Great Britain pound will give me 59 penny. Одна вкладена гривня, якщо це було про гривні, надасть мені 59 копійок прибутку.
Here, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
yes. Sorry.
In this case.
Yes.
Lev.
You missed my question about profit total with percentage. Or what? I just don't get it still.
No, it's the same. Here is the same, but here is margin in percentage.
Yes.
Yeah. My curiosity lays only on how you get this number. Is it number just annual margin of all products of company? Or what is it? I'm just curious, because for me it's looks like enormous number.
No, here it is enormous. Maybe it looks this figures in this case maybe means nothing. It's just an example.
Okay. So the point is, I thought that it's the example of some real company. Real,
yes.
like not
Я зрозуміла. Лев хотів запитати, де ж це такий вигідний бізнес, щоб мати 60% рентабельності. Йому стало цікаво.
Okay, it's Pharmac, as you know, it's Ukrainian, one of the biggest Ukrainian pharmaceutical company.
Okay.
But I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's not completely corresponding to the basic figures, to the real figures.
Okay, guys, I know that there is no any time for us. Yes, so we should.
We have 2 minutes left.
Yes.
I hope you will think about our lecture. As a conclusion, first conclusion, don't trust the words, trust the numbers, but check the numbers and the way they were calculated. And as I said, cash is king because cash flow never lies. It's very difficult to cheat and to make some changes with cash flow, but it's not impossible. Okay, thank you guys.
Boris,
Oh,
thank you so
sorry.
much. I think we have a unique opportunity to talk with you, to ask questions, and thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your lectures. Thank you for sharing experience. And my dear students, I upload this video from Zoom to our personal educational system, and you can see this lecture one more time and so on. And
Yeah, only one notice, if I can add it here. I'm even more interested not in presentation itself, but in your Excel model of company. It was really interesting.
it's artificial intelligence, Lev.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no offense. It's just.
You are joking.
Yeah, I'm joking, but it's really uninteresting
Okay.
Excel documents. So
Okay, thank
you
that's
so
only my
much.
comments. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And my dear students, I should finish our lecture for today. Boris, thank you very much. And I hope we will see you next semester. And I invite you to give one more lecture for my other students.
Thank you for the invitation. It is a good experience to share.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.